Okay, I'm going to do just a real quick update on the French Tabatiere or snuff box musket conversion to a cartridge firing weapon. Take a quick look at it. Well, I gave the weapon a better going over. I did slug the bore. I didn't take a chamber casting because the inside of the barrel, I looked at it with the bore scope, and it's pretty dirty and there's a lot of crud in there, and it'll probably hang up a chamber casting. But from what I could see, it looks like I have a straight open chamber. It's hard to tell, and it's full of crud too. So I think this gun was fired at one time, maybe years and years ago. There's a buildup in there. There are some pits in the bore, and the weird thing is there's a tight spot in this bore about here, a couple inches. When you come down, you'll hit that tight spot. When I was pushing slug through, it goes and gets a little tight, and then it just about drops down in here. And I come out with about 731 or 32 on the slug for the groove diameter. And these bullets that I got from Old West Bullet Mold, these hollow base jobs, they come out about 732. So the guy did his homework. I went and cut some jaws on the lathe, and here's what you have to do. You get a brass Magtech 12 gauge shotgun shell, and if you see, you have to trim it back a considerable length. Then I anneal it. I hit it with the heat, anneal the end of it, about halfway down, and then run it through the dies. I run it up the sizing die with his instructions, slowly, repetitively, and I come out with some brass that I guess is usable. We'll take a look here. So what I did is I got my lathe set up where I can trim this. I made about 5 pieces of brass. There's the dummy cartridge that he sent me. And like I said, we slugged the barrel. That'll fit in there tight, that bullet. So I don't know. I'd like to try to clean the gun. I'm going to have to buy a larger brass brushes and try to scrub the barrel out. Right now, I tried cleaning it and it was dirty. And what I did is I'm soaking it with some solvents. I'll just leave it on its side like this and then rotate it over on this side for a day or two and let that oil just run down into the barrel and stuff and loosen up the crud. Then hit it with a good stiff brass brush and see if I can knock loose a few hundred years of dirt. But that's where I've gone so far with this. I'm not quite sure of the chamber. Like I said, I can slide this whole case right up in there. And I was fooling around, and where this brass is, there is an amount of free play for it engages the rifling other than this brass, about maybe that much. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know if there's a gradual taper to where when the cartridge goes off, it'll engage that taper and then hit the rifling. I got to do more research. There's not a lot of information out there, like technical information about shooting it. There's historical information all over. But as to load a cartridge and fire this thing, that information is scarce. So that's kind of my update on this. And this stuff from Old West Bullet Molds is working as it should.